Hello, everybody. It is Thursday evening, and this is the convention update video. Today, we are going to talk about the Teen Track and the Used Curriculum Sale, otherwise known as UCS. So, if you've ever seen UCS displayed everywhere, anywhere on a sign or in an email or anywhere else, UCS stands for Used Curriculum Sale. So, that's what we're talking about tonight. So, let's get into it. We'll start with Teen Track. So you might not be familiar with Teen Track. It's just a term that we use to say that there's a program for teens at the convention. We call it the Teen Track. So it's the track of speeches just for teens. And the last few years we've been using the Generation Joshua program for our Teen Track. In years past we have done different types of things. But recently, we've teamed up with Generation Joshua, and that is what we will be doing. It is actually an all-day, 2-day program. So both Friday and Saturday, the teens will have things to do. And it will be for 13 through 18-year-olds. Now, that is typically the ages that they have. Sometimes they allow younger students, but that is actually something for Generation Joshua to decide, not for us. So, that is just the age suggestion for their program. So, who is Generation Joshua? Well, guess what? I'm going to be interviewing Daniel from Generation Joshua on Tuesdays. You're going to learn all about Generation Joshua and who they're from. But just so you know, Teen Track is run by them this year. It's actually from HSLDA. We are going to be doing the I Negotiate program, which is about international diplomacy and human rights. So it's like a simulated hands-on thing. We're going to talk more about the details coming up on Tuesday. So just so you know, it is in a separate building than the vendor hall, and the speakers this year, it is in the room that it was in last year, which is the Pennsylvania room. So it's in the same room that it was in last year, but it is separate from where the vendors and stuff are. You can register for Teen Track after you register for the convention. So if you have a student who is 13 to 18 years old, wants to go to Teen Track, you need to first register for convention. And then when you receive your confirmation email from our registration team, then you will be given the option to register your teen for Teen Track. So it's not up there right up front on the registration. It comes later. Just so you know, there is a cost of $50 to do the teen program, the Teen Track program. So for that reason, and for the fact that Generation Joshua needs to prepare, you can't have walk-ins. So if your teen wants to come to Teen Track, and it is a very helpful program, you need to consider it. You will need to get registered online ahead of time. You can't just walk in at the door and attend the Teen Track. So another reason to have your teen come to the Teen Track program, is it's a good civics education. It counts as school. So it's a good thing to do. And like I said, we are going to be talking about it in detail on Tuesday in our Chatting with Chap episode. So if you want to know more about I Negotiate or Generation Joshua, tune in on Tuesday at 11 in the morning and you will hear all about it. So moving on to the UCS, again, Used Curriculum Sale. So if you're wondering what UCS means it's Used Curriculum Sale. So who can sell at the Used Curriculum Sale? So, we have vendors, and then we have the Used Curriculum Sale. Well, anyone who has registered as an attendee at the convention may be a used curriculum seller. So again, after you register for convention, you get that nice little confirmation email. Has all these other options for you to do. So in that confirmation email, you are given the option to be a used curriculum seller. So then you would go and register to do that. So there's a whole process, and all the information is laid out. There are instructions through the whole process to help you sell your curriculum. But there's some things I wanted to highlight for you here. This is not something you can just bring your curriculum and just walk in and dump it on a table. So there is this really great process that was developed for our convention team to run a really good and efficient used curriculum program. So unfortunately, if you decide just to walk into convention, you can't just bring your curriculum along too and be a seller. This has to be a pre-registered kind of a thing. So once you register for convention and then you get that email and then you click on the link to be a UCS seller, you go through a process of actually logging every book that you choose to sell, because each one gets a barcode. So you will need to decide what age group it's for, and there's options. There's multiple choice options, so you can decide what age group the book belongs in, what genre it is. Like, what is it? Math? Is it science? Is it a textbook, or is it like a reader, or is it a set? Is it more than one book? Like, is it a big set of things? So there's some things that you need to decide. And I don't think you need to think really hard about these things, but I just want to prepare you if you're thinking about being a seller. You choose a price, and they give suggestions about that too. There is the sell it so I can make money price, and there's the sell it to get it out of my house price. So you need to decide what your goals are for used curriculum. And then one of the choices too is the I'm going to donate it to CHAP and give it, or I want it back. So if you're trying to make money on your used curriculum sale, and no one wants to purchase your book, then you can put a little check mark on it to say, I want my book back, so you can sell it somewhere else. So there's an option. Or if you're like, I don't ever want to see these books again, just take them. You can mark them that way too. Okay, so that's the little process that you need to go through for every book that you have, and then you print out labels, and you stick labels on every single one of your pieces that you have. So you might have a box set that has labels, or you might have one book that has a label. But there is a whole process, and it is detailed. There are instructions. They're very detailed instructions. There's steps about how to do all that labeling and all those things. There's steps about how to receive your payout. You know what you need to do in order to do that. There's steps about how to drop off. There's steps about how to pick up. So just read the websites when you get there. It will give you detailed information on what you need to do in order to participate in the used curriculum sale. But I wanted to let you guys know that it is an option. And if you would like to be part of the used curriculum sale, you do have to pre-register, so you get that link. And some people write in and say, I never got my confirmation email. You do want to check your spam folder or your junk folder, because since it's coming from an organization like this, sometimes they don't come right into your inbox. So if you didn't receive your confirmation email and you have registered already, you might want to go through your spam folders and stuff and see if maybe it's in there. And if you haven't gotten it, you haven't gotten a confirmation email, everybody should receive a confirmation email. If you don't have your confirmation email, please write into us, staff@chaponline.com, and we will resend that to you, so you have access to be a volunteer, you have an access to do the teen track, you have access to be a used curriculum seller. That way, that's the only way you get access to do those things. So the other thing two more things I wanted to mention is the used curriculum sale will be held in the veranda room, which we actually didn't use last year at the York Fairgrounds, but it is the building that looks just like the Pennsylvania room. It's right beside it. So there's like twin buildings there, and the UCS, used curriculum, will be in the veranda room, and the teen track will be in the Pennsylvania room right beside it. So finally, what I wanted to mention is if you are a volunteer at convention, one of your perks is that you get to go to the used curriculum sale first. So you get first dibs on all the great used curriculum that is sold there. So I know folks who are even done with homeschooling, and they're just clearing out their house. And what they do is they come there to sell, they register for convention, and then they volunteer at the used curriculum sale itself to receive back their registration fee so that they can sell at convention for free. So, and they're not even attending convention as an attendee to go to the speakers or the vendor hall or anything. They just want to sell their curriculum. But that is a way to get in there. Then you get your money back if you volunteer. So you're doing that for free, and you get to sell your curriculum. So that is a really great way if you know someone who's looking to sell curriculum, who has done homeschooling, or if you still have people that you're homeschooling at home, but you have little guy curriculum that you're done with that you want to use, or stuff that didn't work or whatever. This is a great place to go. And if you do choose to volunteer at convention, you get first dibs on checking out the other used curriculum. So that's really handy. So hopefully that gets you all clued in on the UCS. Now you know what UCS is, and you'll be prepared for that. Don't miss that opportunity. It is really a handy way And the process is really great. It's really well run. We're very thankful for our volunteers who take care of that. So check it out. And if you do want to volunteer, go find that confirmation email and sign up for that too. So we will be seeing you this coming Tuesday, and we will talk more about the Teen Track program. We'll get more details on that then. And next Thursday, I'll have another convention update for you to keep you all informed about what is going on. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you again later. Bye.